we've wanted to keep this program to the greatest extent possible, focused actually on real world issues. Finance is a very dynamic space, as I'm sure everyone knows. Things are happening and changing pretty actively. Our objective here is really to provide an opportunity for students to really explore finance as potentially a professional path, if that's what you're interested in. But more broadly than that, and this is important, more broadly than that, to really sort of understand how finance is kind of positioned within the broader economy. We think about, the role of finance in so many ways. I mean, we think about it as it influences, for example, or is influenced by government policy. I mean, obviously, we link it to the economy. We also link it to innovation and growth. And so we want to try to come to this from a number of different perspectives. And in a second, we'll show you our attempt at a plan, and hopefully you'll get a sense of the level of diversity. You'll notice also that we want this to be an experiential kind of a program. We want you guys to get your hands dirty. And so how do you do that with finance? Well, it's about information, and it's about some tools and some analytics. And it's about understanding, hopefully the opportunity to understand from professionals how they do their job, what that entails. What's a day in the life, for example, of a banker, or a day in the life, for example, of somebody that is financing innovation? What is that like? And what kind of things do concern them, right? What kind of information do they consume? This kind of thing. And we also want to create an opportunity for students actually to use and to experiment with some of these tools. So we have some data sources on campus that we will be able to bring in, and students will get to work with some spreadsheet tools and some other tools that typically would form the basis of what we might refer to as finance or financial analysis. We also want to bring to students some new sort of innovations with regard to finance, some sort of evolving areas of finance. I say evolving because some of these things not yet are very extremely well developed. So, here we're talking about things like impact investing, for example, or sustainable finance. But we also want to provide a little bit of background to some new and exciting sort of products, right? And so here we'd be talking about things like crypto, but various dimensions of cryptocurrencies and how they've come to sort of transform finance in so many ways. So with regard to the program itself, we break things out again, this is an opportunity for us to still innovate. So we want to caution everybody on that. But if you look across this, one of the things you'll see some sessions that are oriented toward building some tools and some skills. And then you'll also see various areas of finance or kinds of tools and securities, that kind of thing. And we're still tuning this, but we imagine that each one of these blocks that is substantive will probably have a bit of hands-on understanding about some key metrics or some key analytics, and then we'll dive into a bit of an understanding of what that sort of specific area is in finance. And we're hoping and expecting to be able to bring, most likely via Zoom, but perhaps also live and in color, some folks from the industry to share their perspectives. One important thing about this is we want this not only to be a perspective on the industry itself, but we want for everyone to leave, and you'll notice the very last block on the very last day, it's focused on personal finance. And so we want everyone to leave with a full appreciation of how finance influences your personal existence, your personal life. And so as you think about careers, we want to make sure that, as you even contemplate finance as a career, we also want you to contemplate the importance of finance as it just affects the way you live, the way you conduct yourself, the way you, in fact, say, even fund your education. So we're hoping everyone will join, or lots of you will join, and we're excited to get started.